I guess that is the point. Is the notion, Thor? I guess that they're trying to sell us on is, hey, we plan on being a good football team, and we recognize the quarterback we're going to try to do it with is a little up in age and coming off an injury. So we don't want to not have somebody to pivot to if we need to, if there's an injury or some kind of issue. But also, we don't know when we're going to be in a position to take a quarterback again that might be what Penix could be. Does that at all make sense to you now that we've had a little bit more time to let it settle in what the Atlanta Falcons did last night?
No, I definitely appreciate that, but Terry Fontenot wouldn't be able to sell me a glass of water if I've been stranded in the desert for the past week. The guy's a dope. It's one thing if you want to egregiously reach for a 6-year quarterback in the top 10 that should have been at best a late first round pick because you've fallen in love with him, great. But why did you give your war chest of salary cap space to a 3-year commitment at minimum veteran quarterback then a month and a half, 2 months before that? It doesn't make any sense. Hey, Terry, you listening to me? You had an enormous amount of salary cap space here. And then you had the draft equity of your top 10 draft slots. You had the quarterback need, and then you had several defensive holes. So you can do with the one, you do the quarterback, and the other one, you have to fill the defensive needs. If you put both of them into the quarterback, now your defense is going to stink and it's going to wither on the vine. The only goal of this thing is to win the Super Bowl. You have now nullified your opportunity to do that. To me, you have violated your station. I would have fired him on the spot if I was Arthur Blank. They showed this last night on the NFL Network. There was like a look in. You didn't get to hear what they were saying, but Blank appeared not only agitated, but appearing to ask him for an explanation for the card that had just been submitted. And you can see why. If you were a billionaire that owned a billionaire business and you had just signed this employee that was now your highest paid employee to fill this very particular role for the next several years in your business, and then one of your management people, then he uses a big time resource to go and bring in someone else under the same role. And you have all these other issues in other departments that now are not going to be addressed because the resources went into the same thing. It'd be like, bro, what are you doing? Especially when you didn't loop me in advance. It's both the egregious reach, yes, on a prospect that doesn't make any sense to do so on, a guy who has durability concerns, that doesn't have any untapped ability left. He's a tapped out guy at an elevated age. But then also at the same position, if you're going to, if you love Penix, great, take him there, but you have to play him right away. So you have to put the cap space into the defense. Doesn't make sense on any way of looking at it.
Thor Nystrom, ladies and gentlemen.